moves or finishers, whatever you want to call them. Whatever moves. Yeah, pretty much. So these are moves that you might be watching at home like we do and go, oh, not again. Not this move again. Have mercy on me. So I guess John will take it off.
Oh, great.
Oh, I should rephrase that. He'll start off.
My number 5 weakest wrestling move is probably on everybody's list. Sky Too Hottie's The Worm. I've never seen it take 10 minutes to do a chop to the head.
You could have pinned him in that.
That was the lamest thing ever. Morty never won a frickin' match. It was just dubbed in a whole friggin' wormy thing, and then,
The thing is, that until he took the time to do that, he could have just pinned him in that amount.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
It was longer than 3 seconds for the move.
Yeah, I know.
They could have just pinned him in that amount of time.
Yep. Joe?
My number 5 is, it was a guy that was on my list of worst gimmicks, the Goons, with the checking to the boards where he checks the guy into the guardrail. What a dumbass move.
He was a dumbass wrestler.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, all he ever beat was jobbers.
My number 5 is Rugged Ronnie Garvin, the Garvin Stone.
Yeah, the garbage. Which Orton, for some reason, brought back.
Yeah. It's a new graze.
It's funny to look at, but it's like, what are you doing? And they just lay there, go,
Yeah,
and they're going around.
Stomps on their arm, their leg.
And that's supposed to be like his finisher.
Yeah, how does it knock somebody out? Yeah, I don't know. Terrible. That's right, I forgot about that, yeah.
My number 5 is the Ho Train from The Godfather. It's just another move that just seems to take a while for him to do that, and then it's just like a splash into the pole turnbuckle. Yeah, I don't know. I like The Godfather, but that just seemed like
more for the hose.
Yeah, more for the hose.
What's the best part about him?
Yeah.
My number 4 is The Rock, the People's Elbow. And I like The Rock. We're all big Rock fans. But that, again, like The Worm, just took forever to do. It would knock the guy down, and then it was the whole elbow pads off and running around, and it was dumb. Thank God it wasn't his finisher.
Sometimes it was, depending who he fought.
All that for an elbow. It was... Joe?
My number 4 is, was John's number 5, The Worm. It was such a stupid move, much like Kevin said, Scotty would bulldog the guy, and he'd take 10 minutes to W-O-R-M, and then do that stupid chop, and then the guy would kick out anyway. Like, what the fuck? You should have just pinned him. He was dead for a week.
And then he gives you that stupid...
Yeah.
Before he does anything. That's another 3 seconds.
I liked Scotty Too Hottie and all that, but
you're the one.
I just...
His only fan.
I was like he was like a 35-year-old man.
Yeah.
And he's dressed like he's 17 and he's doing all that. No.
That sounds like Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
My number 4 is Hogan's famous leg drop.
Yeah.
He can get beat up for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, a couple of, and before you know it, leg drop, and they're dead.
We make fun of Cena, but Hogan had even less than 5 moves of doom.
Yeah,
two moves. 2 moves of doom.
And one was coming out. So mine's Hogan.
My number 4 was also the Hulk Hogan leg drop. Like Kevin said, yeah, it's just, I don't know. To me, it seems like it's a weak finishing move. Especially nowadays. Back in the day, maybe, when he was fighting people in his prime, it was okay. But when he came back and he pinned Triple H with it to win the World Championship, he pinned, no, not The Rock. Who was I thinking? I don't know. He pinned Shawn Michaels with it at SummerSlam, and he pinned Randy Orton a few years later at SummerSlam. Yeah, that just made me brought a tear to my eye, seeing guys like that lose to Hogan's leg drop after they whipped him around the whole match.
Yeah.
And that was his whole career. Like, people didn't even see it coming.
Yeah.
And they still go, oh.
Yeah. So, John, number 3.
My number 3 is we're not Cena fans except for Kev. So I think this thing should be all 5 of Cena's movies. But I narrowed it down.
5 moves to do.
Should be all Cena. But my number 3 is Cena's stupid 5-knuckle shuffle. It's almost as bad as a people's elbow. Guy's laying there for 10 minutes while he does for a freaking fist drop.
It's a setup.
Yeah.
For the that's
So,
you.
it's just dumb. Not because I don't like Cena, it's just a dumb move.
No matter who it was.
Yeah, whoever did
was
it. If Orton did, I'd think it was a dumb move. Yeah. It just takes forever to do it for a punch. Joe?
My number 3 is actually the finisher of an old wrestler that was actually on, I think, one of you guys was with. I believe it was yours, John. The Berserker, when he used to throw the guys over the top rope. That guy was the dumbest shit in the world. Like, you know, it wasn't like he like did like a big boot or something, like, you know, like where the guy would be like out cold. He just like threw him over and they were out for like the whole 10 seconds. Like, what a waste.
My next one is Great Khali with
That's a good one.
one little huff and you're dead, you know.
Well, it depends. Like, in a regular match, he chops them in the head and they're like dead. But at the Rumble, he was chopping people and they kept getting back up. Remember, he kept chopping them again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's,
must be,
that's the only move he has.
he just stands at one spot in the ring and guys come
Yeah.
running at him. He just punches them in the head.
Alright.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so did I. My number 3, is, while it's a very entertaining move, it doesn't do much for, like, to get your opponent pinned or anything. It would be the stink face. While Rikishi's ass may be intimidating, and you know, by like the 3rd time you've seen the same person get it, it's sort of like,
Well, I don't know. See, Rikishi doing the same face, yes, but
Yeah.
If Tori Wilson was going to do it to you,
Yeah.
I don't know, you know.
That might be the best move.
Yeah. Just like, but like if you compare that to like the pedigree or the rock bottom, it's sort of lacking with a good move.
It's more of like a
It's more for the
embarrass you,
fans.
humiliate you kind of thing. Yeah.
Like a entertainment value type move.
My number 2 is again John Cena. I think the attitude adjustment, FU, whatever he calls it,
The victory.
it's a body slam. So instead of going like this, he goes like this. It's still a body slam.
The Death Valley driver.
And a body slam, everybody and their mom does a body slam. It doesn't beat anybody. Why is Cena all of a sudden is the finisher? I'm saying he can have a better finisher. It's kind of, It's just a body slam. Lame. Joe?
My number 2 is actually John's number, I think 4 it was. John Cena's 5-knuckle shuffle. Of course, coming from Cena, it makes sense that he has a move named for masturbation. That's what he does to Vince so he can get the belt. But yeah, it's just a stupid move for him, you know. Ooh. I don't know, it's dumb. All that for just a dumb punch, I mean. And why doesn't the guy ever move? He takes 10 minutes to...
They never move, I know.
He bounces off the ropes. Ooh.
After a couple of body blocks.
Yeah.
Remember he used to first pump with sneakers? He did that for a while. He pumped with sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was the whole... Well, he took even longer then.
Yeah.
My next one is Rey Mysterio 619. I think that is so boring.
I agree
The
with
first time it's funny because some little geezer, you know,
Some little geezer.
little midget come flying around, you know. That's okay the first time, but if that's what he has to rely on, he can think of other moves,
Yeah, and he always hits it. I can't think of a match he didn't hit it.
and it's so predictable, and he'll have to lay exactly right on the same area.
Yeah, he did like he just like trips them and he later like, oh, like they're dead. Yeah, I know, yeah.
And even saw that with the Undertaker.
Yeah.
It's like I said, don't tell me Undertaker's gonna fall for that stupid move.
Yeah.
Everybody's balls for the
Yeah.
619.
Especially when the fans yell 619, and they wrestle them how many times a year, and they still don't know their moves yet. I know it's all, you know, but you know,
Yeah, I know.
to get pinned by a weak thing like
It was
that.
like a kick to the face, and I was like on his stomach.